Hello and welcome back to Tattoos, Cards and Games for the 5th round of the Basingstoke Brawl. On the left we have David Appleby and on the right we have Sam Beasley from round 4. David is running a category 10 wind water deck and Sam is running a mono water deck. So yeah, you would have seen it in the last round. So here we are with turn 1 straight into a realm. I imagine it would be a blue realm Appleby. Yeah, so go for the double draw. And a pass. So yeah, I managed to get a look at this category 10 deck when we were actually at the tournament on the day. It's a really interesting build and it done really well competitively, so definitely worth checking out in FF decks. You'll find it in the tournament section, or I will leave a link to it in the description of the video, so you can actually see the top 8 decks, the top 8 cut decks from this tournament. I'll give a shout out to James Bolsh for actually uploading the tournament's top 8 cut decks to FF decks for us. I've been actually really occupied lately, so he's been helping out pick up quite a bit of the slack, so thanks James. Right, where are we? So Sam has played into a Sarah, searched himself a Gordon, and looks like a pass. Oh, he played a Waka and a Sarah. David now has played into his own Waka. And then into a Lena. Ending the turn on 4 in hand. Passing back to Sam. Straight to combat. Gordon enters, paid the extra cost to draw the extra card. I didn't quite manage to catch what he drew into there. It looks like a free to play backup and something else. He discarded a witch. Surprising. Most of the time people would be holding on to that, especially when ramping the monsters so early. Okay, so paying 3 here to play into a brother. So brother, when he enters the field, allows you to search for a category 10 forward and add it to hand. And here we're going to see he's searched into the new Opus 25 Tidus. And just plays into a Sahagan Chief. Passing the turn back to Sam Beasley. Straight into combat. I imagine he'd probably drop that free backup. I don't see why you wouldn't. Okay, so we're discarding a Cooch and tapping 3 to play into the new Tidus. This Tidus, when it enters the field, allows you to return 1 backup you control to your hand and then cast it back onto the field, reduced by 3. It looks like it got Aqua Terrasu'd, so its entry effect was cancelled. Okay, so a blue worm for the draw. Deliberating about his next move. Okay, into a Marlborough. Again, great card. And we get a pass. So it looks like David drew into Appleby and a Piranha. Moved directly into combat and hit an Ash on EX, unfortunately. Tapping 1 to play into an Evray. And paying the other 3 to play into a Lulu. Okay, so Sam playing into his Witch, which is in a fairly good position at the moment, where he's positioned with 5 monsters. And plays into a Piranha as well. So that's a 4k reduction on the Lulu. Excuse me, a 2000 power reduction. Okay, so David preemptively cooching the Witch, and Sam responding by sacking 1 monster to get rid of the Lulu there. Okay, so David playing into a Witch of his own. Managing to stay very well heavy-handed, playing the Appleby to get another draw, sacking it to destroy Sam's Witch. Surprisingly, we didn't see a response there to get rid of David's Witch, but I suppose his monster field isn't really one that you just want to start sacking off willy-nilly. And David there played into a Tross as well. Here's Sam thinking hard about what he wants to do. And he plays into a Porum. So I've mentioned in the last video, this is a Porum where at the end of each of your turns you gain a counter. For each counter, Porum gains 1000 power, and it has a 0 cost ability, which is basically to blank a card. So it's like an on-demand once a turn Cooch. And then playing into a Lena and counting his his break zone. So I don't know if we're going to see something now. Yeah, it looks like he has removed 12. Or that, or he's just thinking about removing 12. I mean, I think levying at this point is a bit premature, because although you can start bouncing things, there's nothing left to destroy. So I imagine more likely it would be to get back a witch. You're really taking his time, thinking about what to do. But I suppose any move here is kind of a... Well, I say any move here is kind of a big move. You do have to be really careful. Yeah, so there we go. We're seeing Lena's ability to return a witch. And it looks like he drew into another Lena. Or is that... Did he draw into another Lena? Or am I seeing things? Or is that a 9-lev? Okay, so it looks like he's swinging with the Piranha.
On targets. Kill the witch.
Okay, so it looked like he was targeting the Sahagan Chief with the Sahagan Chief. Oh no, he was sacking it off. He was binning it for Witch's effect, and Sam responded by basically doing the same thing but to his Witch. I thought it was going to be a like a block and bounce scenario. Here we go. You're seeing again preemptively cooching the witch.
Yep.
Okay, so it looks like he's Lena Essing as the witch just came back on Dull. And we see Piranha come in. And here's an old one, Pain. So because he controls Riku, he's going to be able to activate 3 backups. And another Piranha. So that's a double reduction. And then he looks like he's binning one also to break the Lena, and binning another one to break the witch. Okay, so he's now played a Dorgan. This is Dorgan is when it enters the field. Choose one of the 3 following actions. If you have 3 or more cards, if you cast 3 or more cards this turn, select up to 2 of the following actions instead. Choose one forward of cost 5. Remove it from the game. Choose 1 monster. Remove it from the game. Choose 2 cards from either player's break zone. Remove them from the game and draw a card. And it looks like he opted to remove cards.
Activate. Sack to add back to hand.
I missed a bit of the action there, but it looks like we had an interaction which forced a Sahagan Chief to return. some cards to Sam's hand. Probably a force block with blue worm. And now Sam playing the same game, preemptively cooching that witch. And he drew into another cooch off the top. Lovely.
Mate, getting rid of those two, right choice. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm like, what?
I don't know why it took me so long. I was like, that's it.
Because I'm like, I'm on the deck, I'm into an 8. Like, entirely all colour boxes. I get rid of the green. Where's the green and the red?
I think we're going to see a hard cast 9 lev. Yes, we are. Okay, let's see what gets returned. It looks like it returned, was that a Tross?
Cross and Lena thinking on the forward target.
Returning the Lena.
Pardon? I am bouncing it. Yeah, I'm thinking on it.
I think he's still got the forward to choose.
Enders activate backups, yeah?
Just reading that pain. I suppose nothing really feels too good to return to hand.
Those two blanking.
But he has chosen the pain by the looks of it. And then it looks like we saw a cooch lane. On the 9 left.
Yep, there we are. Do you want to play a second?
Okay, David playing into his Atomos.
Yes.
And then his Tross pain to get his reactivations.
2.5.
Really good value. Really good value there.
Dan was the other card and I'm in the way today, and as soon as I was like that, I'm like, the instincts, I need to see what you're running, and I don't like talking backstab anyone, because there's nothing to hint at it. When I get into Dan, it seemed like 2 good value.
Okay, so we're playing into the limit break Tidus now. So this one, it has the optional pay 3 water. When you do so, select 3 of the 3 following actions, choose 1 forward, put it at the bottom of his owner's deck, choose 1 backup, put it at the top of his owner's deck, and draw 2 cards.
The first thing is, I wish
It's very surprising how many monsters are actually category 10. So combining wind with water in a category 10 deck, it just seems to work really well. And here you see it's just swinging in. The Atomos misplay there because it doesn't have haste. But quickly caught, so no harm. Sam really looking like he's feeling the pressure here now.
Let's go gambler.
Here we go with the Lunar Freya. So he's going to turn over 5, and looks like he's hit a Thordan and a Lev. So yeah, I can't imagine this is going to be an easy choice. I think a lot of people would jump on that Lev straight away, but then you've also got to consider that he may not be holding what he wants, and Thordan is going to give him more hand options. not always such an easy decision in positions like this.
Get back that. That doesn't matter. Pardon? Yes, that's it. I've done the maths wrong here. Yeah,
It sounds like they're talking about this, talking about these options as well, and they've both come to the conclusion. I think that Thornton is the probably the better option here. That deck looking kind of thin already. Chooses an Ash.
There she is, eventually.
Discards the Thornton into a blue worm for the draw. Draws another blue worm. And discards a blue worm to play the Ash. It looks like the Witch was the target, and in response he sacked the Evray. Now looking like he's counting how many characters he controls, and yeah, he is Lena specialing to play the Una on field. So Una's conditions are based on the number of characters, category 10 characters you control. So yeah, that's kind of putting in a lot of work right there. Yep, that done it. That Una made all the difference right at the end there. But that was a really good, really close game, and a really good showcase of that wind water deck. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care and see you on the next one.